All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about MQL versus SQL. And just to get straight to the point, if you don't do this, your follow-up game is likely shit, and you're wondering why people fucking ignore you. Now, just to explain it, what is MQL? What is SQL? MQL is a marketing qualified lead, and an SQL is a sales qualified lead. So this should be very self-explanatory from here, to be honest with you. Marketing qualified leads are people that, for some reason, like they're just not ready to buy, or they haven't really expressed that they're even interested to buy. And an SQL is a sales qualified lead, somebody that is ready to buy, but for some reason the time isn't right. They've already expressed that they like what you have to offer, but for some reason the time just isn't right. So a marketing qualified lead, these are like people that get your automated, email campaigns, text campaigns, all of that type of stuff. Anything that you can pretty much like automate to get in front of them. Now, on the contrary, your sales qualified leads, these are like high quality leads. Like you don't really want to put them into anything automated because you don't want to like blow them off of their commitment that they already expressed. So these are going to be manual actions. And these can be text, calls, emails, even like GIFs, shit that you can send them to like really wow them, videos, like personalized videos, shit that make sure your follow-up like very genuine. So this is one thing that we implemented into our sales team, just delegating which lead is a marketing qualified lead and which lead is a sales qualified lead. So in our case, these people on the sales qualified lead, like they book calls and they say yes to offer. They book calls and they say yes. Now, marketing qualified leads, no calls, and pretty much just like ignore, like they haven't really like responded to you at all, so they're pretty much just like ignoring you. Now, the reason that this is very, very important, like I said previously, your MQL, this is something you can automate. But on the flip side, your SQL, like you do not want to automate this stuff. You do not want to steer them away from the sale, from the final sale, from making that final decision. This is exactly why you take the time to do manual follow-up. That way, these follow-ups are intentional follow-ups. Reference like the notes from calls. Maybe they mentioned something about a trip that they were going on, or son being born, or whatever the situation is. Like that's where you can use that information that they mentioned from the calls. Now, the marketing qualified, they're less personable, so that's why you don't want to have these as like your SQL, your sales qualified leads in here, because it's less personable. It's harder to personalize something that's automated. Whereas your sales qualified leads, because they're manual, it's easier for you to create genuine, intentional follow-ups. So I highly recommend that you implement this into your follow-up game, whether it's your sales team or you doing it yourself. This is like an absolute must to incorporate into your follow-up game.